What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Committed Critics as we continue to play Batman, the Telltale series, episode 3. Oh, dude, we got Penguin smoking a cigar.
Hey, don't you know that's bad for your health?
With Gotham on the brink and Bruce under fire, a new generation of supervillains rise to prominence and threaten to overturn the traditional institutions of power. Alright, nice. 5 episodes. Alright, we're almost done. Halfway done.
We're at the halfway point, everyone.
The game's almost over. And after this, we play the Shadows edition.
Ooh.
Previously on Batman, the Telltale series. My father's dead.
Bob and Regina Zeller. Of course I know these two. Regina here.
I know, we have to watch them die again.
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents learned that.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Forgot
that
about
happened.
Then it just felt light. Like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence.
Penguin isn't the only child of Arkham. There are others whose families were destroyed by Wayne.
Ah yes,
They'll
Psycho
make
Batman.
Gotham pay for his sins.
But what would Harvey
But you won't. The game won't let me kill.
working together?
But I'll let you impale a man on a spike.
These choices supposed to matter.
Let's get out of here.
I feel like I'm being shown this out of order right now. Wait, no, we're not.
GCPD has orders to take
Yeah, slightly.
After tonight, I can't stand in their way anymore.
So sorry, ladies and gents. As you might have guessed, there's been a change to tonight's program.
Oh no, not the random guy.
They just really wanted to show all the headshots from the last episode.
They worked really hard on those headshots.
I know, right?
Volunteering.
My downtrodden brothers and sisters.
I was like, man, I didn't think Telltale would be like so violent. I remember, wait a minute, Walking Dead,
I was gonna say, like,
Wolf Among Us.
like literally, that's their that's their shtick. Except for Minecraft Story Mode.
Look,
even
man,
then-
I'm used to like, oh yeah, Two-Face. I'm used to like my Batman's being like, you know, not bloody.
Dark but not bloody. Very PG-13.
Until Arkham Knight, dude. Until Arkham Knight, all the Batman games were rated T.
That's true. Gotham General Hospital, 8:45 p.m. Walking down the hallway.
Is it another maze hallway?
Win, but not like this.
Won by default. He's probably pissed he didn't get his landslide fair and square.
Hey,
Well, by default, because the other guy was shot to death.
That's how
I
you
don't
win.
know that. I keep wondering.
Take notes, politicians.
Why did you do it? Harvey needed you. Why say?
Kids, if you ever want to become president, just shoot the other competition.
I'm nothing to you.
I care about you,
because I care about you.
not
Maybe I
Harvey.
shouldn't.
Let Harvey get
I don't think I can do this.
burned by light.
I don't want to see what.
He'll be fine.
I just can't.
Nothing a little Neosporin can't
I have
fix.
to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Original comic,
Let's go.
acid. This Telltale Batman, light.
A stage light.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I wish I could.
What if?
You can.
So that means that there's an alternate universe where Harvey Dent was a theater
have
kid
anything to
and
say
he
to
got
him
burned
that
by a
makes us
stage
better.
light and became Two-Face.
Please, Bruce.
I love
Don't
it.
tell him I was here. I don't think he'd understand.
So Bruce is gonna just walk in with flowers and propose, I guess?
Last
Mhm.
week's mayoral debate, with the drugging and subsequent murder of Mayor Hamilton Hill, Harvey Dent was left running unopposed. After a rather lackluster election, Mayor Dent was.
I'm sorry, this is terrible news. Writing, I'm a producer, news producer, this is terrible.
Don't worry about it. Tells us exactly what we need to know. You look good.
Hey, Harvey. Looking good.
Ah, jeez. Doesn't your charm have an off button?
Not that I found, no.
I haven't actually seen it yet. They've had me wrapped up this whole time. Numbed beyond belief. Maybe it's not that bad. I mean, my family, we heal quick. Could be fine.
Beautiful on the inside.
It's what's on the inside that counts, right? You'll always be beautiful to me, Harv.
Oh my.
Man,
Didn't save him,
but
but
who doesn't get asked to prom? Yeah, easy. I appreciate the effort, though.
Oh, what have you got there?
I brought you some flowers, though I see I'm not the first.
Yeah, well, my mother and my secretary. Every sick boy's dream. One woman I thought would visit, or at least call, hasn't.
Rip. Don't worry about
It's
it.
been a no-show.
I thought she'd at least come by to congratulate me, if nothing else.
dang.
Hey, I tried to convince her.
Guess we weren't as close as I thought.
She was here.
The way I look now.
She was here.
What? When?
I met her coming in. She said she had to go.
Oh. Thanks for letting me know.
I am glad you're here, though. God, it's been infuriating. Just sitting here and having nothing but time to think about what happened.
You know, you could always turn on like
I wish I could
cartoons.
make myself turn it
Yeah.
off completely. Watching footage of the debate over and over.
I'm sorry, I don't watch the news at home, and I work in the news.
While I go and get my face bashed in. It's easy. Every news station is showing it.
Try to warn you.
Regurgitating the same old sound bites.
I tried to warn you, Harvey.
I know, Bruce. Can I say I was stubborn? Everybody paid for it.
I was helpless, Bruce. Helpless. Couldn't do anything. Penguin would have just beaten me to death right there in front of everyone. He wanted to.
Gonna be a good friend.
Hey, thanks. What they did to Hill, to the moderator, I have to live with that.
But you heard them up there. The Penguin and that maniac on screen.
This isn't over. I need to stay ahead of them. They're trying to cause discord. That stunt at the debate was just the first step.
They're after me. They're not gonna rest until all the names are crossed off their list.
Because your parents are
Just
gangsters.
stand aside and let that happen. The Tonight speech, they'll know where I stand.
Wait, tonight? I thought you were supposed to be recovering.
My assistant is on her way to pick me up. With the election, I was able to talk the hospital into releasing me early.
Wasn't there like one president
They're
who
too
like
happy about it.
had a missing eye or
The
something?
doctors keep telling me to take it easy. But
I think you might be right, but I don't know who it is.
Stay in the chair, Mr. Dent.
Oh,
Don't overexert yourself, Mr. Dent.
Whoop.
You should probably listen to the doctors. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, well, I've been a very good invalid, Bruce. Don't worry. I can't afford to take it easy right now. Come on, you do the same. in
Nothing
my
on
position.
Advil can't help
Just
you
Make
get
them
over
listen-
it.
make someone listen to
tell you
doctors?
to
Man.
not look into those tapes. I know how much.
Listen
you
to
loved your
doctors
father,
in
Bruce.
2021? Impossible.
You know, that debate was
I know,
hard for me,
right?
Too. Finding out your dad drugged Esther Cobblepot.
Hill admitting to having
Wait,
both
when
of
was
them
the Esther
killed.
Cobblepot?
Lots of
Oh, wait, that
process.
was the
Yeah,
video.
that was the video.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Just because I keep reliving it doesn't mean you want to.
Family's being set
Well, I'm
up.
not even
Gonna be in
convinced that
denial.
tape was real. It had to be fake. Doctored to look like something else.
I hope you're right. It will take a lot to prove that to the public.
Look, I realize what a terrible friend I've been to you.
Oh, you've been the terrible friend.
I was so focused on the campaign.
Well, he did
I
ask you for
distanced
money after
myself
he
from
dropped
this.
you.
The only option.
I mean, I feel like that was fair
sorry.
because we had the prior arrangement. It's a bit late for that.
A bit late for apologies, isn't it, Harvey?
Yeah, I guess it is.
I'm such a terrible friend. Making him feel like the bad friend.
Coming from near the GCPD?
Heaven is about comfort.
That's one way to get the guy's attention.
And look, I should get going, Harv.
Gotta use the bathroom.
Already? What else do you have to do? My assistant won't be here for another hour.
I have a date, actually.
With Selena.
What? Why didn't you say so? Well, don't keep a lady waiting on my account.
Destiny.
I do want to hear all about her later, though, all right?
But you just left the dude for a date.
You rest up, Harv.
Hey man, it falls under the bro code. He's gonna pour a bunch of hydrogen peroxide on his face. Batman, the Telltale series.
Pour more hydrogen peroxide.
Just
It's
pour
like
it
my
on
face
there.
is messed up enough.
We're alright. Still here in the hospital, beeps. Oh, no, it's gone.
Unit 6 in pursuit of suspects westbound on 15th Street.
Is it the children of Arkham? Can you confirm?
Negative. They're taking shots at us whenever we get close.
Understood. Stay on them.
Oh no, my
Take
phone
a
alarm.
A little
Leave me
help would be
alone.
nice.
Hang in there, all right?
Oh, they knew we'd be there, Jim. We don't have enough officers to deal with this.
Look, everyone's stretched thin. I'm doing what I can. I have to go.
It's the Batman.
That light has a bat on it, Jim.
You give me a number to call, I'll rethink my methods. I'm just glad I got your attention. I didn't have a lot of options. So, here
I'm
we
impressed.
Not a bad idea. I'm impressed.
are. I have good ones every now and then. I'd rather have you arrested than come to you for help. But the truth is, we're desperate. I'm calling a truce. Just for tonight.
Bring me
He
up to
built the
speed.
light just for one night.
Right.
Right, and I'm like,
Renee
really?
Montoya, one of my officers.
The one who tried to
He
shoot.
made it sound like he
I know,
was.
but hear me out. She's trying to clear her name after those animals manipulated her into killing Falcone. She's supposed to be on leave, but she got a tip on the children of Arkham's chemical stash, went rogue. She's out there alone, and I can't spare anyone to back her up. I told her to wait, but this is personal. The children of Arkham pumped her full of that junk. She's a good cop. One of my best.
She went rogue and you didn't try to stop her.
I did what I could, all right? I'm asking for your help.
Maybe with me to everyone.
Children of
Yep,
Arkham are everywhere
exactly.
all of a sudden.
Except
Where the hell
Salita.
they all come from?
See what happens.
I never heard of them. And that debate.
You want answers? Ask Oswald Cobblepot.
Although I'm Selena will backstab me, just like in the
Bring him in
comics.
for questioning.
Gordon, this is Schultz. Over.
Gordon here.
We got a problem with the mayor, sir.
What happened? Is he okay?
I don't know. We lost him. He took off and left us behind.
Oh
One
no.
more crisis I can't deal with right now.
I literally thought I was like, who are they talking about? Like, alright, technically Harvey is mayor now.
Yep. By default.
You there?
Always.
Launch the drones. I need eyes on the city.
Lucius has made some upgrades. I'll let him explain.
Who are you talking to?
Your
You got a
mom.
whole team or something?
My butler.
Yeah, hilarious.
All right, patching you through to R&D and Wayne
My
Enterprises.
battler.
Batman, so listen. The first model was only equipped for visual surveillance. But seeing how you use them at the sky,
Hey, it's a Lucius
I
Fox.
thought you'd need an audio feed.
And he's not Morgan
The
Freeman.
microphones
It
are
is-
incredibly sensitive. They can pick up
He would be
sounds from
based
up
on
to
Morgan
500
Freeman
yards.
without
In some
having to
cases,
deal with
you'll even be able to hear through
Wait,
licensing.
isn't this just
like
isn't Lee's voice?
And why do
Yeah, it probably is.
tech upgrades take time.
Yeah.
Telltale really said we got 10 actors, let's use them.
Well, hey man, if you work with an actor and they're, you know, you like working with them, and they give good product, then
Montoya's
you
car
know,
was
just keep
spotted
working with
crossing
them.
the bridge to Arkham Island.
Yeah, fair.
Could be where the handoff is happening.
What about Dent?
We're probably headed to his acceptance speech. They just left the hospital and we lost sight of him.
Ooh.
No, please, just leave it. It's not gonna get any better.
But you're bleeding.
Then let Gotham see it.
Ooh,
Is
gross.
that?
No, I told you it's fine.
That
Ew.
car's been behind us since the hospital.
God, is this guy trying to drive us off the road?
Hmm.
What the? Oh, damn it!
Okay. Alright, well, let's see what Montoya's doing.
There's
No sense of urgency whatsoever.
Not a big window to unload all of that. They said they wanted it done tonight, so it's gotta be done. You wanna argue with them? Be my guest. You just keep an eye out for that cop.
Nobody move. This is the police.
Oh, that was easy.
Alright, well, I guess I know who I'm going to.
Headed to the construction site.
You really just said, you know,
I'll round up what officers I can. Gonna have to head out there myself, too. I know this is risky, Batman. Just be careful.
He disappeared. Episode 3.
Unit 6, requesting backup.
Dun dun.
New World Order.
Got a major disturbance.
Bum bum bum.
Several armed suspects on the loose.
Achievement unlocked. State of the Union. No, the headlights too bright.
Me.
Shift E. It's time to fight, boys. I don't know, he's got a knife, but better press the right button. And better press Q. Left.
Dude,
Man, you really
that's
launched
metal.
it.
I know, I was like, that was metal.
Batman, look out!
Q. Alright, my bat meter's full. This one. Shifting Q is a little weird.
It's over. Drop the gun.
That was my finishing move,
I promise
exploding a
I'm
bunch
not
of
gonna
barrels.
shoot you, okay? I used to think you were a threat, but I was wrong. We both have much bigger problems right now. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Those guys had me pinned down.
Good. You should be sorry.
Rip.
Every time we meet, you're pointing a gun in my face.
Yeah, right. Okay, I guess I deserve that. I don't know what I was thinking coming out here alone. I nearly blew it. I could be dead. Or you could be dead. And it'd be on me.
Don't beat yourself up. You did a lot of good here today. Sometimes the risk is worth it.
I'll keep that.
Just let you know you are breaking up.
I still don't understand how they knew I was coming.
Heads up. The cops just sent 3 black and whites to stop our guys going after Dent. For the chatter, sounds like Gordon's with them.
Someone's gotta help Gordon. They know he's coming. Go. I'll see what I can find here. I'm not giving up on this.
So it doesn't matter which one I do first, right?
Nah, yeah, you will eventually go back to Dent.
Yeah, alright. Talk about choices that matter.
Alfred.
Are you all right?
Yeah, but they knew I was coming. They seem to be getting info on the GCPD's whereabouts. Not sure how. I need an update on Harvey.
Bringing it up now.
Deborah, get down!
Mr. Dent, what did you do to him?
I said get back in the car! There's more of them coming!
Put down your weapon. There's too many of them. Everybody take cover.
You'd better get down there.
On my way.
Wow. I feel like we always see the same
I
street.
can no longer see any video.
Oh, you can't see it?
I can't see anything.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Okay.
And again, it's looking again. Let's see.
Oh, Discord. And my home internet at the moment. But not for much longer. I'll be moving next month.
The gasp.
I know, I'm gonna get my own house. And when I have my internet speeds there are gonna be 1 gigabit per second. So not only will you be able to see without interruptions, you'll be watching glorious HD.
New mayor's pretty tough, turns out.
Ooh.
Killed one of those guys attacking him with his bare hands.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Shouldn't that be like illegal?
Before you did, huh?
He's the mayor. He's got diplomatic immunity.
I guess.
You're wrong about me. I'd have put him in jail. So unless you're making a comment on the justice system, I'm afraid you've been misinformed.
Yeah, they get around to us eventually. But you hurt them first, don't you? They beg for mercy, but you never give it. At least this one died quick.
We got our asses handed to us.
First thing there's gonna be, we got our asses hanging out here.
Listen to your channel. You saying we got a leak? Gordon?
Yeah.
Anyone there?
Command in here. What is it, Gordon?
Oh.
Turn that off.
What?
It's been compromised. The children of Arkham are listening in on the GCPD's communications.
Gordon, come in.
How convenient that had a USB port on the
What
bottom.
I find.
Walkies usually just have battery chargers on the bottom.
Bruce?
The GCPD's been compromised. The children of Arkham were listening the whole time.
How?
That's what I'm going to find out. Alfred, I'm sending over evidence of some kind
Alfred
of
kind of just sounds young sometimes.
It's coming up on my screen now.
I'm wondering if it's like a younger guy trying to pretend to be an older guy.
I need to go to Wayne Tower and look into this. Get me Lucius on the line.
Yes, right away. If the public finds out the police aren't able to communicate...
We'll fix this, Alfred. We'll make it right. We just have to stay focused.
Yeah, I admire your determination, sir. Just be careful, Bruce. I have Lucius on the line now.
Bruce, are you there? I'm looking at this data Alfred sent me. It's messy.
I have to know what the children of Arkham are doing. How fast can you decrypt?
It's a tough one, but I should have it cracked soon if you can meet me at Wayne Tower.
Already on my way.
Didn't even have to make a choice. It's the same.
It's still not the right one.
It's the same street. Almost every time. Achievement unlocked 3.2. A man unhinged. Wayne Tower, 7:29 a.m. Everyone is hopeless. They walk around in a daze. Even the security guards don't even do their job.
Almost there, Lucius.
I'll meet you down in the lab. Some aspects of the Children of Arkham surveillance are worrying.
Great.
Bruce.
Chairwoman.
I didn't think you'd be here. I used to look to Thomas for guidance in hard times. Must seem silly. After everything that's happened. You know what they say about old habits.
Yeah, I miss them too. Both of them.
I know. Every day, I wish your father was still with us. He was wise beyond his years. And Martha, she was such a delight to have around. I've been called in for an emergency board meeting.
I wasn't told about it.
You weren't invited, Bruce.
Uh-oh.
You are the topic of discussion for the board. They want to decide what your future at this company will be. Whether to dismiss you or not. You have to understand, Bruce. This company is bigger than any one individual. We have to keep face. And after this scandal...
What my father... I'm not him, Regina. I would never compromise the lives of innocents for my own benefit.
I know that, Bruce. But you have to understand that what the public wants to hear isn't always what we want to hear. The whole city is watching to see what our next move is going to be.
Bruce, I've got something. You need to get down here. Now.
I worked with your parents for years, and neither of them gave any indication of foul play. How could you have ever known?
Bruce.
You're nothing like him, Bruce. We always build up the people closest to us. When they fall...
I appreciate the sentiment, Regina. Thank you.
I mean what I said before. Families like
Gotta make
ours
sure
need to flock
not
together.
to piss them off.
Perhaps now...
Gotta keep my job.
I should head down.
Don't want to become a homeless
I don't want them
Batman.
to make a decision without me. I'll come find you after.
I'll be right down, Lucius.
Oh. Alright. I was just for a second I was like, oh, we're just gonna play a game of chess. Push the button. Scan the eye. What face? How do you get out? You know, I thought the lab would be much nicer.
It's good to hear she's still in
Spying on my
You're thinking of something
conversations
more
with-
futuristic?
Hey, I'm looking out for
No, they put
But
Lucius in the
whispers that
basement.
board was gonna take
Don't
action
worry about
against
it.
you. If you lose the company, Batman will take a massive hit too. I know the cave is well equipped, but all of this is owned and paid for by the company.
I don't need to worry about the board. I've got plenty of money. We'll make do.
Plenty now, but still not enough for all of this.
Right now,
Not enough
finding
for the
out how the
whiteboard.
children of Arkham are spying on the police is more important. What have you got?
Whiteboard's
Wayne
too
Tech
expensive.
Groups. As you know, Wayne Enterprises is a telecommunications giant. If someone were to, say, build a backdoor into that tech...
You're telling me the children of Arkham hacked into this system?
So that's the thing. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, it gets to choose?
You're not gonna like it.
There's good news. If the children of Arkham are accessing the Wayne Enterprises network, I can't imagine there's a bright side.
That means we
I
got
am
it
a
too.
beholder, Bruce. The good news is, I should be able to shut down the back door. But that's because I was the one that built it.
Should be able to.
What are you talking about?
When your mission as Batman started, you needed a way to monitor the city. Well, this is how. I piggybacked Batman's surveillance onto Wayne Enterprises' signal.
If the children of Arkham have access to the same system, does that mean they know my identity?
It looks like they've only accessed the GCPD so far. Not a lot of activity otherwise.
I'll have Alfred warn Gordon. The GCPD needs to get rid of their Wayne Tech devices.
Smart move.
Texting.
I've encrypted
What's
our
the bad
access.
news?
I can fortify it, but it's gonna take longer to force them out of the system. The question remains, how did the children of Arkham find out about the back door in the first place? They shouldn't have been able to find it. Not unless they knew what they were looking for.
It's not you, right, Lucius?
You know, I was always suspicious of this Lucius Fox character. Never see him in his usual office. I think he might be hiding something. I'm gonna keep working on this Children of Arkham business. See if there's a way to shut down their access entirely.
We'd better lock this stuff down, just in case.
Alright. Check for upgrades, then hide your bat tech. Okay.
Looks like another invaluable piece of Lucius Fox technology. Tiffany's really taking after you. And Luke, stubborn as always.
I think of what Gotham has become, and I think of them. They give me all the reason I need to work with Batman. He's the only one that will truly protect them.
And he will, Lucius. Always.
Ooh, alright, look at table.
I always wonder why you had a table that could hide itself. Guess it's coming in pretty handy now.
Trust me, it was much more paranoia than precaution.
Alright. Get the cowl.
Thermal vision. You've been busy, haven't you, Lucius?
Uh,
Not sure I'll ever get the first one back from Selina.
Wonder if that's the only thing she stole.
Nice. I love it. Alright, how do we hide this table? Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta look at the sticky bomb.
A new sticky bomb I developed. The signal is activated on the underside. Attach it wherever you need, then detonate it remotely with your gauntlet.
Gonna use this on people.
Nice.
Be careful. Those things pack a serious punch.
Oh. Alright. Oh, I gotta look at the drone, I guess. A little bit faster, Bruce. A little bit faster.
Ooh, what's this?
Something I'm still working on. Some new armament to assist you in the field. There's only so much you can do on your own. But it's not really ready yet.
Oh, we're gonna use it later in the game. Oh, now I can hide the gadgets. Okay. Wait, Ryan, you there? Can you hear me?
Kind of like it's going in and out.
Oh no!
I should go.
Yeah, I'm getting like every other thing.
Oh boy.
Here.
Yeah, there it goes again.
Get that back to the Bat computer. It'll install the added security measures. You'll also have all the info I found
Hello?
on the children.
Yeah, I can hear you. Fine.
Thanks, Lucius.
I've always got your back, Batman.
No, no. This is why.
Honestly, I say we keep this technical difficulty in.
Keep the technical difficulty in. We've come too far. We can't give up now. This is why.
And I'm like, it's actually kind of fun. 'Cause I'm like,
this is why.
I'm seeing some things, and I'm like, it keeps popping up. Like now you're teleporting.
This is why most YouTubers do this in person. It's hard to bounce off each other when we have this technical difficulty. It's fine. I'll be funny for the both of us. Alright, gotta put the chest back. Close the secret door.
Alright, so what I heard from that was, this is why most YouTuber, but funny little...
Nice.
Funny for the both of us.
Perfect.
Kevin is leaving.
Open up.
I'm going through a tunnel. You can't speak, Bart.
I thought maybe you left.
Yeah, right.
Well, the board has voted.
And
Ooh.
have they sent the chairwoman to wield the axe?
You're being asked to step down from your position as CEO.
You can't do that.
Immediately. At least until this whole mess gets
This isn't over. You haven't heard the last of Batman.
Well, that's entirely...
Just break her legs right then and there.
You need to prove
Just
the
like
board
press
is
Q.
interested in the seat. Just lie low. Don't cause a scene. It'll turn out.
I'm gonna cause a scene.
I asked to slow all this down, but
Gonna put this on
press release is
Facebook.
going out as we speak. There will be a public event in the morning where you will formally
Just wait
announce
until
your
my father hears about this.
He been shot.
I tried to fight for you. The board believes this is the only logical
Sorry,
course of
Malfoy.
action.
Well, you should have fought harder. The board would have listened to you.
They'd already made up their minds. I did what I could. You have to trust me on that.
I don't trust you. Press X to doubt.
Our stock is tanking. The board is losing confidence. Wayne Enterprises needs a new face. They already had a candidate in mind. I thought it was... I was outvoted. Remember, he'd only be interim CEO, just until this mess gets cleared up.
And who would that be?
Harvey Dent. What?
Oswald
Dun dun.
Cobblepot.
What?
Bruce, old boy. Good to see you again.
How the heck did he get here?
I know, right?
What a chilly greeting.
As you
What?
know, Oswald's parents were, well, victims of your father's
Oswald was also on
actions.
stage.
This company was built on the
Nope,
land
but
he
no one
stole
else knows that because no one can tell by his voice.
Thought having me step in would be a good PR move.
What better way to show Gotham that Wayne Enterprises is committed to righting the wrongs of the past?
Happy to help.
This makes
any way
no
I can.
logical sense.
People
Nope, it does not. And this is where I said, oh, this game is going to start taking a little bit of a dive.
This is a joke, right? You're not qualified to run a company.
Literally.
Is that any way to treat an old friend?
It's almost like if you gave a businessman control of an entire country.
Confidence in Mr. Cobblepot.
Well, it's just
As
like.
his resume goes into great detail, his endeavors in
But yeah,
New
it's
York
just
have been
like-
quite successful.
They just picked a
Besides,
random guy off the
The company
street.
basically runs its
Like,
He
no,
was a
little.
bum.
The CEO is most
She was wearing a broken trench coat.
makes it harder than it has to be.
You might want to check your facts, Regina. That resume sounds a little too good to be true.
You might want to have more confidence in your own board. His resume checks out, and his references
In
were
my
all
own board that fired me.
You're quite welcome to call them yourself.
That won't be necessary. I'm afraid we need you to leave the building immediately.
I have no idea what you
You'll
said,
have
Kevin.
personal effects.
Cut out right at.
Oh.
But I assume it was a joke about the resume because that was the joke I was gonna make.
I was gonna say the board. He's like, trust your board. Like, yeah, the board fired me.
Bruce, I couldn't be prouder of you. Alfred. Oh, how sweet. Graduation present.
He's gonna drop it. Break.
Surely we could let him take this along.
It's called it.
Bruce. Clumsy, clumsy. No wonder.
Okay, how are you? No.
I'll call someone in to clean
Oh,
up.
you should be arrested for that.
It'll only take a minute.
I'm gonna
Bruce,
punch
I can
him.
handle it. No trouble.
Bruce! I need security in here right now.
Oh, what was that?
This is a disaster.
You've lost your bloody mind.
I'm sorry. On my side, all I've seen so far is Bruce standing, and the next thing I see is just Oswald's face, like smack dab against glass.
I'll go fetch the medic.
That's very kind of you, Regina. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Bruce.
I don't even know where you are anymore. It's really went black now.
Oh no.
This isn't over yet, Lucius.
The entrance.
I took care of it.
Not the technical difficulties.
We can't let anyone find out what's down there, Bruce. There are ways they could get in. You know that.
Just stay out of it. Don't go near it, and they won't be able to connect it to you.
It's not that easy.
Lucius, I need to know there's someone I can trust on the inside.
A man on the inside.
I've always been here. Not them.
You've always been here for. This is the first time we've met you, dude.
Yeah.
That means no new tech, no repairs if you need them. I could keep an eye on things for you. Let you know what they're up to. Feed you what information I can.
No, Lucius, I need you to stay here.
But
you're the only ally I have in this building. It's important. I need you to be my eyes and ears.
All right, I can do that.
Keep Oswald out.
I like how he gave you the two options. Like he was like, "Man, yeah, like I can't give you new tech, but I could do this."
Right.
Almost like he was programmed.
Almost.
Bruce Wayne will speak on the issue at a press event tomorrow morning, where we'll learn more
Oh, they're still gonna let him speak?
Yeah.
More on that.
After he punched Cobblepot twice.
Believe it.
Which part?
I wish life were easier for you, Bruce. Just one thing
I wish life was easy for you. Yeah, man, life was been really good after my parents got shot.
Mm-hmm. No, my life is pretty easy. Got a mansion, yeah.
Lieutenant Gordon, he said there's nothing to be done about Oswald Cobblepot. All his records are spotless. He needs proof to dig further.
Dang, I'm gonna do what I did with Falcone.
With the children of Arkham access
Impale him on a spike.
Exactly.
Someone coming to shoot him.
What their next move is.
This time I'll make sure to finish the job.
Bring up a searchable network of all possible electronic traffic related to Wayne Enterprises. The children of Arkham are in our system. All of this is potentially accessible.
All of this?
Lucius was very thorough. It means that they could have eyes and ears into almost everything in Gotham. Just like Batman. They had access to the GC.
Man, you really just messed up here,
The
Bruce.
question is, what else they'd be interested in. Filter for possible targets based on known Children of Arkham activity. Patients committed to Arkham going back 20 years.
A rather extensive list.
With my father's signature as the transferring doctor. Security footage.
These date back decades.
Alfred, the video at the debate. It's real.
Or
This
is
how
it?
they found their evidence. Something Hill did gave them access. At least now I know the truth.
Until maybe episode 5 where it's like, actually, it's not.
City Hall, record of Gotham mayors.
Hill had been in office for so long, it's hard to remember a time when he wasn't mayor.
Look at this. Theodore Cobblepot. Deceased 2 weeks before the election.
Say what now?
No, Yes, I know it takes time, but... Understatement of the century. Considering I've got at least one of my guys in the ER. Yes, just please let me know when it happens. The children of Arkham aren't going to wait on us. I suppose I can understand the truth of that.
Harvey has no idea. It's impossible to tell if the children of Arkham have access to this, but if they do, any action he takes against them, they'll see coming.
Are you done here, sir?
I've seen enough. I have to go work.
So 2 more options. I was like, nah.
I know, I was about to say, like...
Keep an eye on this, Alfred, and have Lucius look into it as well. We need to find a way to lock them out.
Very good, sir.
Jeez.
That was like a seizure-inducing right there.
Right.
Oh, it's Telltale in their animations.
So wait, did he like...
City Hall, 6:07 p.m.
How'd he get back? Did he already have it in Batmobile mode when he drove back?
I guess so.
Oh, Mr. Wayne, welcome. You can go on in.
I'm back. Yes, that's right. The back. I'll need a rental in the meantime.
Harvey!
Harvey? Back here, Bruce. Take a seat. I'll be right out.
About to see his face. Again.
Stop. Has to stop.
You need some help back there?
No, I'm fine. Well, as good as it's gonna get. You know, Bruce, I've been looking forward to this my entire career. The day Harvey Dent takes his official portrait as mayor of Gotham.
He still doesn't have his face covered up.
It looks like this.
Oof.
Ooh.
Part of it looks infected.
I know, right?
Glad you survived the trip up here, Bruce. You want to tell me what's going on?
He suddenly has a coin now.
I didn't keep you waiting that long, did I?
Look, don't
I know, right?
freak out, but...
He didn't have a coin before, but he likes coins now.
You're in danger. They could have...
I don't remember. Yeah, He didn't have a coin in any of the other episodes, did he?
Nope.
Where you're going, everything.
Damn it! God, I knew it had to be true. Bastards! They're like cockroaches.
Yeah.
Damn it! Those children of Arkham jumped me. God, it's only getting worse.
It's gotta be hurting.
It's out of control. I can't stop it.
Didn't Batman help?
I heard Batman showed up to help.
Yeah, too late. Harvey Dent does everything by the book, to the letter of the law.
And now he suddenly has a personality.
He's doing things around, barely, slowly. I'd like to see you do better. Watch me. Now are you gonna fix this mess? Simple, easy. Curfews after dark. Check it.
You're acting strange.
This whole city's acting strange.
This is weird, though. A weird transition.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
This is
Bruce.
what lights do to you.
Guess I got a little lost there. I'm probably not getting enough sleep these days.
I think you should go see a doctor, Harvey. The way you're behaving, it's not healthy.
Yeah, I have a guy's number. I'll see him as soon as I have time.
Mr. Dent? The photographer's ready for you.
Thank you, Deborah. I'll be right out.
Time to kill Bruce.
So, Bruce,
Don't tell anyone about this.
What is this, Phantom of the Opera?
Mm-hmm.
If anyone finds out or thinks I'm not fit to be mayor, it's all over. Everything I've worked
You
for.
clearly aren't.
Your secret's safe with me, Harvey.
Thanks, Bruce. I owe you. Again. Again and again. See you around, Bruce.
Inside the children. Alright.
An interview with the Children of Arkham's leader.
What?
I wonder how Vicky managed to score that.
I'm curious too.
Bruce?
Have you seen today's copy of the Gazette?
It just arrived a moment ago. It seems Miss Vale has been talking to some very interesting people. People the Batman would like to find. Do you think she would be willing to help you? She may be the only lead we have on the Children of Arkham's leader.
I wish you said Batman will make her talk.
Tip.
Sergeant Montoya's name. Though after this interview, I'm sure the police will become suspicious of all of Miss Vale's sources. And if they find out you leaked Montoya's name...
True. We need to be careful. I can't afford to waste time with Vicky. Let's offer her a chat with Batman.
Good idea, sir.
Can you scramble the line?
Right away.
Vale.
I saw your story in the Gazette this morning. I want to talk.
Who is this?
Batman.
I didn't realize that Batman was a fan of my work.
Didn't say I was a fan. Just said I wanted to talk.
I've been meaning to thank you. What you did at the debate.
I'm not sure I would have made it out of there otherwise. I'd say I owe you one.
Meet me at sundown. Cobblepot Park.
Deal.
Going back to Cobblepot Park.
Dun-dun.
Why there? No idea. Why would you go to a dangerous part of town instead of meeting at your place? Cobblepot Park, 7:15 p.m. Where did he fall from?
Place to meet.
Wasn't sure you were gonna show. Gotta admit, part of me thought it was a prank call.
There are safer options out there. Why here?
Seemed topical. So, Batman. I'll skip the obvious question. The Children of Arkham seem to be your latest target. We all know their methods are extreme, but what about their message? Their leader claims that
gotta be
Gotham
careful what I say.
using their power.
She is one of the most determined reporters, though.
For the record, do you think there's any validity to what they're saying? In your opinion?
I don't want this conversation recorded.
I thought we were here for an interview.
Turn it off.
Fine. Their message is picking up traction, especially since the interview.
I need to know everything they told you.
Does no one read anymore?
Just read the article, Bruce.
It was a lot of posturing and grandiose monologuing, really. We're going to purge the city of corruption, sort of thing. Not great from an investigative standpoint, but the public will eat it up. Part of the job, you know? If that's the only reason you called me, you should really just read it yourself.
You gave them a platform to promote themselves. You're helping them get what they want.
What they want is an end to corruption. Something I've heard you claim to support as well. Unless that's all just a rumor.
Yeah, but I'm not going to newspapers spreading my...
How did they contact you?
Spreading the word.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not selling out a source. Not even for Batman. The circumstances of that meeting are confidential. Just like this one. I'm sure you wouldn't want me telling everyone how to get a hold of you.
You're putting the safety of everyone in Gotham at risk.
Well, if you really care about the safety of Gotham, why aren't you looking at Bruce Wayne? I still want to believe he's a good guy too, but...
You know, never seen you and Bruce Wayne in the same room before.
Everyone's angry. Everyone wants him to answer
What's up with
what
that?
his family did. Everyone.
It's almost like...
Except for you. Why haven't you...
Nah, I think Batman's probably Harvey Dent.
Under your radar. But so far, no action from you against him.
Bruce Wayne is.
You can tell by the
not
what's
responsible
left
for his
of Harvey's face.
Maybe not.
He's
But
Batman.
he still benefits from it. All those people suffered so that he could prosper up in that mansion of his. I don't know if
Hey.
you have some connection with him. Maybe there's more to this story than I realize. But you can't ignore the facts. Whether he intended to or not, his family has been stealing from innocent people for years. So, what are you gonna do about it? What is Batman doing to protect them from Bruce Wayne? The people want to know.
Believe me, I'll make sure Bruce Wayne's debt is repaid.
Gotham will be glad to hear it. Thank you. Good luck with the children of Arkham. I'll be sure your message gets out.
Don't make me hurt you.
I can make you talk.
You're
Jeez.
really going to
Jesus.
That took a turn real quick.
Uh-huh.
Again, it's fun seeing this in like bits and
I could lose my job for this.
pieces because it just gets way more intense the more it goes on.
This is where we met for the interview. Just please.
Like I only have an idea of most of the context right now from what I've played and what I'm watching, and it just gets more and more chaotic as it goes along.
I like how we were just focusing on his nuts. Skytrain Depot, Highland Drive. This looks more like concept art. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Everything's dark, quiet. It's empty.
No sign of the children of Arkham? They may not have gone far. They should be there.
Not for the moment. Means I have time to see what they've been up to.
Then I get attacked from behind.
We don't want any surprises.
Right.
I'll continue monitoring the drone feeds from here.
Thanks. Go and have a look around. There's a body here. Likely the work of the children of Arkham. I'm gonna look around, see what they've been up to.
Alright, look at the dead body. Look at it.
Look
Go
at
faster.
that body. I hate dead people.
He's been dead for a while from the looks of it.
Got drugged.
One of
You
the
can tell from the
children of
veins.
Arkham. Loyalty doesn't get you much with these people, does it?
Seems strange.
There's something else.
The wrist.
This man's veins. They look like Montoya's veins after she was drugged, only they're so much worse. The same drug from the debate.
I feared we hadn't seen the last of it.
There's no puncture mark here. No entry point for an injection.
So, how did it get in his body?
Well, you didn't check his whole body, though.
Right.
Shot dead center. Twice. Executed.
It's like there's no puncture wounds in him. He's got like 2 bullet holes.
There's clearly a way he died.
They've been referencing the map. Whatever they're building must hinge on it somehow.
Oh, okay.
This depot is pretty centrally located. Detonation device, but it's disabled.
They must have intended to hook it up to something.
The timer is set for 27 minutes and 13 seconds.
From now.
The numbers aren't moving. Doesn't seem to be counting down yet. This is how they were timing their route. Alfred, what stations are within a 27-minute train ride from this depot?
Looking into the transportation database now. Sir, there's just one. Mercy Street Station.
It's one of the busiest places in the city.
One of the
Thousands of
busiest
people go
places in
and out
the
every
city.
hour.
Alright, alright. I guess... Ooh, chemical barrels.
These barrels match the shrapnel that I found at the docks.
I mean, it's the same barrels that we blew up a while ago. Oop. Hang on. We got more stuff.
Someone's been practicing chemistry.
Cocaine!
Something spilled here. This is the drug they've been using. Refined. It's the same as the one given to Montoya and Harvey.
We're fine. Oop.
This salt increases dermal permeability. Looks like they ran out of the absorbing agent.
Alright, alright. Man, there's so much stuff to look at.
This train car has been modified.
How do you mean?
Clearly the holding tank. It's empty. For now. Easy access. The train car was raised to make working beneath it easier. They wanted to get this done fast. Looks like some kind of sprinkler system.
Doubtful they're planning to put out fires.
The train car is their delivery system.
Maximum coverage.
Alright. Any more stuff to look at?
Yourself?
Right. Alright, let's link these things up. Put the drug with the chemistry lab.
They've altered the drug so that it can be absorbed through the skin.
Put the map with the barrels.
Mercy Street. But how are they planning to release it?
Never mind. The map with the train.
A modified train car is going to be sent to Mercy Street Station.
But the chemicals to the empty container.
It makes no sense, but whatever.
The drug is being modified here. They're changing it.
What?
The drug. The children of Arkham must have found a way to weaponize it. With a drug that can absorb into skin, it will affect hundreds of people at once.
I really wasn't sure how the container and the barrels were going to link up.
The timers are set to go off just as it rolls in over the crowd.
Container and the barrel what?
I just wasn't sure how the barrels were going to link with the empty container.
They could infect the entire city if they had enough.
Good thing you reduced their supply at the construction site.
Thankfully, there wasn't enough of the chemical to mix with the rest of the stockpile of drugs.
There's a train coming. Take cover.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, time to beat him up. It's the guy. Beat him up.
If I'd known you were gonna make me lug this thing myself, I would have worn more comfortable shoes.
Selena.
Just add it to the list of your mistakes. Must be why you didn't come through on your last assignment.
We're down to our last few barrels since Batman screwed up the transfer.
I mean, there are 10 barrels there at least.
Okay, you two, get these mixed, loaded onto the train.
This way.
Their leader is here, with Catwoman.
Catwoman?
She's got more of that absorbing agent.
She must have a good reason for being there.
She plays whatever side meets her needs.
Currently, her needs seem to be focused on keeping all 9 of her lives.
We're done here, right?
Not yet.
No. There's no part 2 of this. I got what you wanted. I'm done.
You might as well come out, Batman. I know you're here.
No way. I did not bring him here. I honored
I like how the needle's going into her.
But now, you're
Oh, glitchy.
Surrender. Unless you'd like to see firsthand what a critical dose looks like. She joined poor Esther Cobblepot.
Go ahead, do it.
Might be preferable.
Go ahead, do it.
Dark Knight. So noble.
Thanks for nothing, Bats.
Dun, dun, dun.
Time to stop a train. Spider-Man 2 style.
With your own body.
E.
It's like I'm seeing. I don't know if you're fighting right now or if you're
just watching a cutscene.
Well, it's like all I saw was a body get thrown.
Shift.
Oh, there we go.
I think I messed up that one. Nope, I died. 2 hands on the keyboard. Let's do it. Up. Left. We start right. Q. Shift Q.
Ow, that's gotta hurt.
One hand on the mouse.
Even much easier than I did.
Well, you played it with a controller, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I failing these? I feel like I'm failing these.
I thought so too, because I wasn't seeing any grades, or anything like that. But
my bat symbol's smoking up. I feel like
that's weird. That's new.
Yeah, I hope I'm not failing.
You have to face the truth sometime, Batman. You can't protect Gotham from itself. They lit the fire. We're just here to stoke the flames.
You do a lot of talking. Not sure you can back it up.
Try me. Go on.
Should have thrown the bomb.
Save your precious city.
Nice. Q. E. Q. Ouch. Whoa, what the hell was that?
I'm like, huh?
It's a weird cut.
I forgot about that.
Q, sorry, Shift E. Why isn't my bat meter going up? I need a finishing move.
Batman! Catch!
Whoop. Whoop.
Wow.
Kick. Nice. Shift E. Get him.
Can you just talk about it?
I just say get him while he's down.
How the person just sat. They sat there and waited for the lightsaber to
Good thing those people got out of the way, because Batman doesn't kill. Ooh.
Hang in there. Don't pass out on me. Come on, Bats.
Should have gone after.
Shut up. I'm gonna get you somewhere safe. Just stay with me.
What if I don't want to stay with you?
Nope. Give me the option, Telltale. Give me choices. They just walk Batman up the stairs.
Come on.
Right. In your nice apartment.
Mm-hmm. What if
just left that.
What if someone saw him? It was just like, turn around, look the other way. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Buy me dinner first.
I know, right?
Stay here, okay? Just
You're
don't
moving so fast.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
I'm just getting something from the other room. You're gonna be okay, Bruce. You're lucky you were wearing that suit. You know that was stupid, right?
What?
Showing up at that train depot. Taking on their leader alone. Repeat after me, Bruce. I am not invincible, and painkillers do not solve the problem.
Wow.
You weren't gonna take them down on your own.
That's good advice.
I've been through worse.
Funny. Any worse and you'd be sent home in a body bag.
Make the move.
I don't think you're getting very far with a shoulder like this.
Oh, great.
You can stay here until morning.
Is this technically...
Feel like I owe you anyway. That's twice now. You just keep adding things to my list, don't you?
Selina.
I told you I don't like owing people. Probably best to lie low for now anyway. I don't want the children of Arkham finding this place.
Dab your wounds with a wet washcloth and you're good to go.
And alright.
Handled, you know.
Did they even bandage? Was there any stitching?
Neosporin? Nah.
Really
Just water, cloth.
I was there tracking the children of Arkham. I had no idea you'd be there.
Remember, kids, if you get stabbed, water cloth will solve the whole thing.
That was gonna be my ticket out of here. One last job to get the goons off my back. So much for that.
There is another way out. We can take them down together.
And do you like being called the Robin?
How do you feel about birds?
I know. Things have a
How do you feel about shorts?
And when I'm talking shorts, I mean shorts.
Oh, look who's back.
I mean, like, it should be completely inappropriate for a child, but since you're a grown woman, it'll be fine, right? Right?
She likes you. Okay, she really doesn't like you.
Yeah, well, you've got most of Gotham behind you on that.
Well, not most. Maybe half. Just trying to be optimistic. Cut it out.
Wait a minute, is that the...
Wait, where'd the bulb go?
what's that?
It's always the same bottom, hydrogen peroxide, all over the place.
I know, right?
This really hasn't been your week, has it?
You think? I lost my company, my reputation, and I find out my father was...
Just like everyone else.
Maybe a little
They've all got
worse.
something to hide, Bruce.
Yeah, my dad doesn't go around drugging people. I can attest to that.
I would hope so. Rice.
Just beneath the surface.
So what is it you're hiding, Selina?
All kinds of things. Come on, Bruce. Even you have your secrets.
Like how the water is drinking water.
Yeah, right.
Those things you hide from the world.
Not gargling water, just drinking
and
water.
Won't let anyone else see.
Yeah, well, the difference is my secret doesn't hurt anybody.
Then you're better than most. You're a good man, Bruce. But good men don't lie with thieves. I know what I am. No noble intentions.
Good men don't lie with thieves?
Knowing there's no
Saying
safe
there's a
I can't
chance.
crack. No fortress I can't infiltrate.
Well, I'm a bad boy.
All the things I like about you.
Now you've ruined it.
Rip.
What?
Nothing. I've stolen from corrupt jerks like Hill, but I've taken plenty from good people, too. For what?
Man,
Some
look at that
shiny new
bicep
toys
shot.
and a crappy apartment on the edge of town. The high is nice, but it wears off. Then you look around and see nothing. So you get back out there. Try and chase that feeling down.
It's not the same, but I know what you mean. After everything we do, everything we're capable of, coming home just feels...
like a disappointment.
Right.
Make the move.
Oh.
Let's do it.
I was hoping for something more than that.
Oh, whoa.
This took a turn.
We did it, boys. You got it.
We got the girl. Got the one person to keep liking her.
Well, wait, is this gonna turn into a Telltale sex scene?
Have they ever done a Telltale 16?
I don't know.
I'll make it up to you.
Gotta do some quick time events.
Oh my. What is this, God of War 3?
Do I have to do all the work myself?
I was like, did you let yourself hair down, or?
We're doing it, boys.
Oh my, kids, if you haven't listened to the birds and the bees yet, this is the bat and the cat, so
It's a little different. Ah, god damn it. Whoa, snap. I'm surprised how far it's going.
I know, right? Usually we'll just cut to black at this point.
Mm-hmm. Poor cat. Hasn't been fed yet.
I will say, in other Telltale games, now that I think about it, if they even do, like, go to this, as it usually, like, alluded to, because they allude to it in a Walking Dead level.
Mm.
Hey there. I'm starving.
So is your cat. Forgot to feed it.
Well, I guess that means making breakfast.
Wow. You even know how to work a toaster, rich kid?
I am offended.
Oh, too bad. I think there might be bagels in the fridge. Would definitely check expiration dates on anything before you think about putting it in your mouth.
Man, some bacon sounds good right now.
Time to be part of my responsibilities.
Bruce?
Morning, Alfred.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried.
Oh, God.
I hadn't heard from you. I didn't know what happened.
Cereal.
If you were...
Soap.
Your friends were trying to call you, and instead you were having sex, and I'm just like over here like, oh.
I always fear the day you don't come home, Bruce.
I know.
That's an interesting concept.
Where are you anyway?
Maybe I should feed the
I
cat.
stayed at Selena's last night.
Oh. Well,
High
that
five!
certainly explains it.
Alfred's over here like, my boy.
Like her.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'm starting to get worried about you.
You can't tell if I'm smiling.
The real question is, was Bruce a virgin before this?
I don't think
This
so.
might be a good opportunity to learn more about Miss Kyle.
Well, he hasn't met Talia yet. I assume.
Maybe.
See what you can find lying around. If she's trustworthy.
She let me into her home. I'm not going to go snooping around in her personal belongings.
It's called
Yeah,
respect.
what the hell, Alfred?
Suggestion?
Alfred's like, you have to search every nook and cranny. It was like, Alfred, what? Do you have problems?
It might be
Is this
harder
why
than
you're
you
single,
think.
Alfred?
She doesn't share your love of organization.
Yes, well, I'll see you back at home, Bruce.
Feed the cat.
Her cat eats like a queen while she's eating junk.
Look
Yeah, how
at
do you stay fit with that?
Scarlet Pimpernel, much ado about nothing. Petrarca.
Yeah, man, if you work
Take
out
it
enough,
for
it doesn't
a
matter
ride.
what you eat.
What's this one?
True.
Oh, the Gita Govinda. That's...
Wasn't there something recently? Well, it's like, I think it's a trend. It's like people are saying like, oh, if you eat a Rice Krispie treat before you work out, it helps you bulk up.
Yeah, it does. Like, if you eat something like kind of sugary or like, it'll wake you up and you can like burn a little bit more.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it means yeah, it's just getting like loading up on
Like,
carbs
I'll-
before you work out, essentially.
Eat anywhere, and she still chooses.
Yeah, I usually do like a
Chinese takeout.
some cereal and a banana.
Nice.
Place.
Now I know Rice Krispie treats, the way to get abs.
Do some Rice Krispie treats.
Bloodhaven,
Do that thing from Arrow.
Marks on her body and checklist.
the salmon ladder.
Yeah. Why is it called a salmon ladder anyway?
No idea.
Like, it's like, you're not a salmon. You're not a fish.
It looks all right to me.
Might be gasping like a fish.
Cream cheese.
At least she's got the essentials.
Bagels and cream cheese.
Never go wrong with that.
I like how you just like
That's the
shuffle off.
That's the most embarrassing way to do.
Hey, I have
Whoa.
breakfast. Can I come in?
I don't know if that's such a good
Awkward.
Just for a minute.
Oh man! Oh man!
What are you doing?
Is that what it looks like?
No, I don't need to.
No, it looks like I'm currently I'm all bandaged up.
I spent the night here. That's it.
You I can't believe this. Don't touch me.
You only knew her for like a week, dude. Granted, bro code was broken a little bit.
I should have known that you would do this to me.
Oof.
None of it was real anyway.
Hey, you wanted my money.
God, how could you ever think
She's
it
not
was?
yours.
None of this is about you, Harvey.
I'm just making this up?
Yes, you are. This had nothing to do with you.
Is this gaslighting?
He will not be able to protect you.
It might be.
I don't need him to. Just get out of here, Harvey.
What happens when the children of Arkham come for him? You think you won't get caught in the crossfire? You can't stop them. He can't. Are you ready to die on that altar?
I may go down for what my father did, but I won't take her down with me. She'll be fine.
Funny. Thinking you have a choice.
In a Telltale game?
You can save the people.
I know, right? Your choices don't matter.
Harvey couldn't.
But not the coffee.
I'm sorry.
What the hell is going on with you?
Up until now, Harvey has been weak. He's been afraid.
Oh my god.
What, she didn't notice?
Right.
The monster they all know that you are. Embrace it.
Not the broken mirror.
Oh God.
Yeah, all right.
Wanted to see, isn't it? Huh? The freak.
Harvey.
Whoa, gotta fight him.
All right, now you've got 2 seconds.
Or what? Harvey won't be pushed around anymore. No, he's gonna make them pay. Everyone who thought they could hurt him and get away with it. Starting with you.
Uh-oh.
Both of you.
You're gonna pick that up.
Who am I?
Yes, you are.
You're gonna pick that up. What are you, my mom?
What if I do?
Shift E.
Jesus, Harvey.
Gotta fight in my underwear. Let's do it.
Can't play favorites. They both deserve it.
Look at that bulge on him.
How about we flip?
I like how he's a little bit more hunched over now.
Mm-hmm.
No, it really isn't.
Then the flip a coin.
Selena, looks like you're first.
Oh dear.
Always getting in the middle of things.
Stay the hell away from me.
This is what happens when the dude is like twice your size.
Bruce. No, I don't want to hurt you. This isn't. They turned their backs on you.
Oof.
Harvey, put
Yo,
the knife down.
Mr. Hyde.
Selena.
He's gonna hurt someone. You know we can take him out. Have you lost your mind?
Wear him down.
No. Harvey! You need to calm down.
What are you doing?
Oh, you're not gonna brutalize him?
No.
Going back now.
Not yet. You can't give away my secret identity.
Nah, that's true.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Time to fix the other side of your face.
No, that's what I was about to say. Why do they call you Two-Face? Because both sides of my face are messed up. Oh, well, the music just cut.
I know, it just cut out. I was like, oh, I guess the fight's over.
Please. I don't want to be alone, Bruce. Please, not with him.
Let me put some pants on.
I can't. Oh, God, I can't listen to him.
Who are you talking about? There's no one else here.
It's no one. It's just me. My fault.
Harvey, don't.
Bruce, I don't think we can help him. Not on our own.
Just let me talk to him.
You don't know what you're doing. He needs a professional.
Please.
All right.
It's okay, Bruce. I'll go. I don't deserve your help. Go off with your tail between your legs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Harvey!
Like, you feel slightly bad, but at the same time, the dude is also like psych.
For this place. I'm not gonna stick around and wait for him to come back. Thought it would be a while before I had to move again.
You're just gonna take off.
He's like the second most tragic Batman villain after Mr. Freeze.
A lot of apartments in Gotham.
No, third, because I say Killer Croc is way more tragic because I'm like, dude just had a skin condition.
Oh, yeah, so that's what Killer Croc... Yeah, Killer Croc is just a guy with a skin condition he got mistreated or something.
We won't go.
Yeah, he had a skin condition and then people were like, you look ugly. So then he
became
like,
a
screw it, I'm gonna kill
supervillain
people.
and eat people.
Come stay with me.
And then he got experimented on and became even more like a crocodile.
Rip.
Alfred could set up a guest room for you.
All of Batman's villains are just like people with tragic backstories.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Penguin.
And then Batman just beats him up.
Great.
Like, yeah, man, I just have like a lot of trauma.
I'm
trying to like, you know, let it
announce my
out.
resignation at
Robbing
the
this bank.
Somehow try to appear happy that Oswald Cobblepot is taking my job.
Sounds
I'll
like
punch him in front of everyone.
How do you mean?
They screwed you out of your own company.
I won't punch Harvey, but I will punch Oswald.
Bring them down.
Character development.
You a live mic. So use it.
Maybe you're right. This could be my chance to expose Oswald for who he really is.
Oh, it's finally coming out of me
Part
again.
of the children of Arkham.
Exactly. You better get going. I've got some packing to do.
The offer still stands.
Sounding better and better by the minute.
All right, let's do this. Oswald is about to get exposed.
I'm sorry about all this, Bruce. We've prepared a brief damage control statement to make this easier. After I introduce you, all you'll have to do is read what's on the teleprompter.
And then I can take it from there. Got my little coronation speech just waiting.
And please, Bruce, try to be on your best behavior.
The very best. Wouldn't want to bring any more shame to the Wayne family name, now would we?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's unfair to ask this of you, but please. Right now, your reputation, your entire legacy, depends on your cooperation.
Oh, so it sounds like we make a
through
choice.
today, and I can help you.
There's a choice
Convince
coming
the
up.
board to bring you back. It might not be CEO, but it will be something.
Of course, Regina. Whatever I can do to help.
That's good, Bruce. Trust us to sort this all out. Everything will be fine.
Everything will
Bruce,
be
what's your opinion
okay.
of the Shiner? Regina wanted me to cover it up with makeup. She doesn't think it looks very dignified. But here I think it's a fine display of what the moral high ground looks like.
Mr. Cobblepot.
Oh, Lord.
Good fun.
Can I
honestly.
punch him again?
A thrown punch is just water under the bridge. Right, Bruce? Boys are just being boys and all of that. No hurt feelings, I'm sure. Bruce just didn't like losing the office.
It's not the black eye that makes you undignified, Oz.
Hey, will you two please stop this? You're both professionals. It's time. Bruce, I'm going to introduce you and then you're on. Please, stick to the teleprompter.
But what if I don't wanna?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here.
Wayne Enterprises has always taken its role in the community very seriously.
Isn't it funny? How everything I said to you in the park has come true. Me, taking everything that's yours. And that's not even...
I don't remember you saying anything like that.
Yeah, kind of.
No one's gonna follow you around and take pictures now.
The children.
Well, he didn't say anything about taking Bruce's stuff.
Oswald, you didn't earn any of it.
Who cares? It never really matters how a king comes to sit on his throne, Bruce. The only thing that matters is that it's his bum warm in the chair. This is just a first step towards making things right. Soon enough, it'll be Cobblepot Industries, Cobblepot Medical, and Cobblepot Tech on tops of buildings, and you, Waynes, will be what you should have been all along. A forgotten footnote. Cobblepot will come to mean the future of Gotham.
Man, with talented friends like this, who needs enemies?
Right.
What happens to my company is up to the board. I think you're a little deluded about the type of power you're gonna have.
All in good time, all in good time. It's amazing the sort of patience I've developed over the years. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did some digging, and you know how old Hill admitted he had your mom and dad killed? I found out why he did it. Oh yeah, and I'll tell you the story, but only if you say, pretty please. It's quite the page, Turner. I'm sure you're just dying to hear it.
Just tell me. I have to know.
Nah, that's not what I asked.
Pretty please.
Turns out your dear mum found out what your daddy was up to. Threatened to turn him in, she did. She said she didn't want to be a part of it. Now you can imagine, Hill wasn't too keen on that idea. So he slid a few dollars Joe Chill's way, and, well, you saw the rest, mate.
And now, Bruce Wayne would like to say a few words.
I'm Batman.
Remember, enjoy yourself, Bruce. After all, you never know how much time...
Man, the clapping is terrible.
I mean, there's only like a few people there. You would think it'd be more. Ladies and gentlemen, the light recent allegations against my family decides to volunteer to being forced to lie. This.
Ladies and gentlemen, in light of recent allegations against my family, I have decided to voluntarily step down as CEO of Wayne Enterprises.
I was horrified to learn of my father's corruption when ashamed of his actions. I would like to apologize for it. My father used mob funds. I'm nothing like my father.
I know what my father did. I know how much he hurt you. But I am nothing like him. His actions are his own.
Stop trying to save face.
I have complete faith in the board as they work towards righting the wrongs of the past. This is a PR stunt. I worry about for the future.
Unfortunately, the board is more concerned with good PR than they are with actual solutions. They don't care about making things right. They only care about what looks good.
What are you doing?
Thinks he's being cute, is what he's doing. Security!
Whoa.
Step back, Mr. Wayne.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish my speech.
What the hell?
It was quite a show you put on, Bruce.
My apologies, folks. Please forgive me, Mr. Wayne.
One thing that's not unscripted and you get moved.
Nice statement. The press seemed to eat it up. I rather enjoyed it myself. Not that it'll change anything.
I did what I felt was right.
Yeah, well, someone has to. I just didn't think it'd be you.
It's not an easy thing, seeing something you've come to have as part of your identity.
Dropped your pen.
Your very self.
That's not...
Oh, Jesus.
I should know.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You feel that? That's the drug taking hold of you.
You're with the children of Arkham.
No, I am the children of Arkham.
Oh my god.
I think it's time you knew my real name. I am.
What a twist.
You didn't see that.
I did not see that coming.
Everything that should belong to you.
I should have guessed it from the interview with the... From the interview.
You can get away with it. Because none of them
I didn't.
know who you really are.
Because it's Vicky Vale.
And if we could just get one more round of applause for our friend, the man of the hour, Bruce Wayne. Ouch, someone's a little touchy, it seems.
It would be so easy to get rid of him.
No.
Who else will deliver justice?
Uh-oh. Is that the end? Is that the cliffhanger? Yep. Alright.
Yep.
Woo.
And that is episode 3. I saw like half of it, but...
Alright, did you have Montoya or Mayor Dent? You and 60.8% of players chose back on Montoya. Alright.
I was one of those 60.8%.
Okay. Did you punch Oswald? I did. Apparently I'm in the minority.
I did not.
Okay. Did you ask Lucia to stay at Wayne Enterprises? I did, as did most people.
I also did.
Did you romance Selena? Oh, yeah.
What? 9.6% said no. What the hell, guys?
Wasn't that hard.
I know.
Did you beat up Harvey? Take it easy with him. I refuse to physically attack him, so that's majority.
I was also a part of that. I couldn't hurt the dude. I felt sorry for him.
For sure.
How many of you attacked Cobblepot at the end? Well...
See, you didn't really have a choice.
Your choices didn't matter then.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one?
Interesting it ended on a choice that didn't matter.
The entire next episode on your choices matter.
Batman the Telltale series. Cobblepot's dead!
That'd be a twist.
After his shocking and atrocious display of violence towards Oswald Cobblepot and members of the press, Bruce Wayne has demonstrated a clear lack of mental stability.
That's weird.
Regrettably, I made the decision to have my old friend hospitalized in Arkham Asylum.
Uh-oh.
Batman, the Children of Arkham, the Penguin.
He just leaves his penguin mask on the desk.
I know, right?
I believe that Gotham citizens deserve to be
Alfred's had a shotgun ready to go. Or a rifle, assault rifle, I guess.
Even if that means
I know, right?
I have to do it myself.
Oh dear.
With the Children of Arkham out in full force, we need him now.
Yeah, that's something, isn't it?
Batman.
Huh. Batman kind of disappeared at the same time Bruce Wayne got locked in Arkham. Follow Batman's adventures wherever comics or books are sold. Well, that was episode 3. Got 2 episodes left. Ryan, any final words on this episode?
All I gotta say is this episode is a really big twist, and it did throw me off when I first played it, so I'm glad to know it also threw you off and you did not see it coming.
Yeah, no, actually, even though the first half of the episode was a little weird, I liked the part with Harvey and obviously the ending as well with Vicky Vale. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely...
Like, the first half is definitely rough.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see where this goes. I hope... I mean, I heard this game is just mediocre overall, so I hope it at least sticks to landing. We'll find out next week on Committed Critics. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat game, same bat gameplay. Bye.